Hello, and welcome to this edition of Carolina Insider. I'm Anya Brantley, coming to you today from Lexington, South Carolina. Thank you for joining us. Our Carolina Insider team is spread out across the country because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but we're bringing you news from our homes for the rest of the semester. Our top story. Weeks into the coronavirus lockdown, government officials are starting to think about reopening some businesses across the state. Governor Henry McMaster has issued an executive order allowing restaurants to open outside dining. The governor has also said that starting on Monday, May 4th, the home or work order will no longer be mandatory. Restaurant industry leaders also hope that indoor dining will reopen as early as May 18th or even earlier. Governor McMaster has also announced that beaches can reopen as long as local authorities want them to and as long as they follow all rules for social distancing. Speaking of social distancing, the governor's office sent out a letter recently outlining guidelines to help restaurants reopen in the future. From spreading out tables and sanitizing surfaces to taking employees' temperatures and wearing gloves and masks for safety, McMaster says that multiple steps are needed before they can open in a safe and healthy manner. If cases in the state decrease, the governor says that outdoor dining could be approved beginning May 11th. Retail stores are also having to come up with policies concerning social distancing. Here with more on that in our On the Move segment is Carolina Insider's Deric Rush. Deric.
Thanks, Anya. If retail stores hope to start selling safely again, they have to follow a few important guidelines. Retail stores, such as Finish Line in the Columbiana Mall, have released policies in order to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. These policies include marking 6 feet for customers to maintain social distancing, wearing gloves and masks, and limiting the amount of customers allowed in the store at a time. Retailers also have to make sure that no more than 20% of the stated fire capacity is in the store at one time. Hopefully, these social distancing policies will allow for a safe return to retail shopping. Back to you, Anya.
In recent weeks, we've heard a lot about people working from home, but that's just not an option for many people. Essential workers continue to risk their own health and that of their loved ones every day. Some lawmakers and officials are pushing for those people to get hazard pay. Charleston County's Emergency Conditions Pay Program has granted eligible essential workers hazard pay. Both salaried and hourly workers are receiving an extra $100 a week. Some small businesses are getting a leg up from the federal government thanks to the Paycheck Protection Program, but many others are still waiting for that help to come. Dr. Dwight McMillan is a dentist in Orangeburg County. Like millions of small businesses around the country, he tried to file a loan request with the Small Business Administration to keep his employees on the payroll. He filed through his local bank, but not in time. The program ran out of the $350 billion in funding within days.
I'm a little disappointed on how the program was rolled out. That's an awful lot of money, and it just seems like they should have had more oversight with it.
Many critics were upset that big companies got to the money first, leaving the little guys out of luck. Since then, the U.S. lawmakers have set aside a second round of funding with stricter rules. That money became available this week, but Dr. McMillan still did not receive a loan. In campus news, university officials are asking you to do what you can to help students impacted by the COVID crisis. According to UofSC's website, donors have given more than $216,000 to the COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund. But many students still need help, and so the university has extended its goal to $400,000. If you think that you can help, go to the university's website and search for the term crowdfunding. On that page, you'll also find the stories of thousands of students who've already been helped through donations, and links to help employees and staff members as well. Finally today, our congratulations to USC professor and poet Nikki Finney, who's been elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. The respected group of scholars and artists is recognized for its works in the public good, and includes the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. and Benjamin Franklin. Finney hopes that her new career can connect her with fellow world changers and promises that it will not slow down her writing. Well, that's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production usually housed in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio of the School of Mass Communications and Journalism, but today from Lexington, South Carolina. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next time. Stay safe, Gamecocks.